Oh, the good old Rolex waitlist explained. But I'm actually gonna put some data behind it, some real numbers, and explain it to you how it really works. Now let's go back before the craze, before COVID craze. Rolex has always been something that's been available. That's really only been one watch that has not been available, and that's going to be your Rolex Daytona in stainless steel. However, COVID changed everything. The craze in the market went berserk. And guess what? There weren't enough watches. Rolex themselves don't have a company-wide waiting list. Bit of a myth calling it a wait list, more of a wish list. And it's also not a true first come, first serve type of list because again, you're dealing with human beings, you deal with real businesses where you may have a certain relationship with certain managers or salespeople, where you may have certain purchase history. How do I get on this wait list in 2024, or wish list as I dubbed it? It's actually pretty simple. First and foremost, don't start calling 1,000 authorized dealers out there or points of sales for Rolex. Most of the authorized dealers or point of sales don't really want to do business on the phone. And try to go to one most local to you, because Rolex actually encourages their Rolex points of sale to sell within the local area. And last but not least, be pretty specific. You're gonna walk into a store and say, hey, I will take any steel sports model, odds are they're not gonna take you seriously. Now, what I'm gonna tell you next is reported wait time. This is conversation I've had with a multitude of clients. This is literally a survey I did with those that shop Rolex at ADs. And it looks like this. I'm gonna throw a graph up on the screen. So it looks like Submariner is 3 months to 3 years. Daytona, 1 to 5 years. Datejust, 3 months to 1 year. GMT-Master II, 6 months to 5 years. Now you would ask yourself, oh my God, why is there such a range? Again, it all depends on all those things I mentioned earlier, and that is the relationship that you have, the purchase history that you have, or maybe how lucky once in a while you can get by walking in there and the salesperson and saying, you know what, I really like this guy, I'm gonna sell him a sub. I'm gonna throw another graph up on the screen to dive deeper into the Rolex Submariner wait time. Stainless steel Submariner black bezel, 3 months to 2 years. Market premium above MSRP currently on that piece is about 30%. Stainless steel Submariner Starbucks, 6 months to 3 years. Market premium above MSRP today on average 36%. Two-tone Submariner, 2 months to a year. And the premium over MSRP is just around 3%, so really probably not even worth getting on a wait list on that one. And a solid gold Submariner, there's really zero markup on the secondary, and the wait list is 0 to 10 months, but this is something you can get out there and get freely on the secondary market. The expected wait time for Rolex Submariner has significantly decreased since 2021. 2 years is the longest you're going to wait, and I hear people getting these things anywhere from 3 to 6 months and under a year once they get on that wait list. Next, I'm gonna throw up a graph for the coveted Rolex Daytona. Note on the graph, it says VIP only, and then either 2 to 8 years or 1 to 5 years, obviously Panda being the more popular. The market premium above MSRP on the Panda is 132%, and it's 92% for the black version. Now you go two-tone, the wait is not that long, 6 months to 2 years. There's only about a 10% premium above MSRP on a secondary. Solid gold Daytona, again, same thing, 6 months to 2 years with a 20% premium on a secondary. And of course, the Daytona Le Mans, we put VVIP only, 3+ years. Market premium above MSRP right now is 325%. So basically making that one is an impossible feat. You would have to have a tremendous spend and at a point of sale where they actually have access and gotten one of those, right? Now we know that the white gold to discontinue, we're on to the yellow one. On that one, we should have just put best of luck. Love, Roman. The Rolex Daytona is notorious for being the most difficult watch to get from Rolex. Before the hype, going back to when I started in my career, going back to pre-ceramic Daytonas, they always traded over list. There was always a premium on them because it is the most popular watch in the world, period. Because as long as I've been in the industry, that's a watch that's always traded over list, and I'm gonna go out on a limb and say always will. We're gonna jump to an easier graph, and this is going to be Datejust, and numbers are going to change slightly on this one. Stainless steel Datejust 41 fluted bezel, 2 months to 3 years, 10 to 40% over MSRP. Stainless steel Datejust 41 smooth bezel, 2 months to 2 years, 10 to 28% over MSRP. Stainless steel Datejust 36 fluted bezel, 2 months to a year, 5 to 38% over MSRP. And again, there's a big range over MSRP on the secondary because there's a lot of variations of it, and some are a lot more popular than others. Stainless steel Datejust 36 smooth bezel, 0 to 10 months, 0 to 38%. Two-tone and ladies Datejust models, 0 to 10 months, and there's really no premium on the secondary Datejust. You're kind of starting to go down to to the lower totem pole of Rolexes. Rightfully so, because the less popular something is, the less wait time there's going to be, and also less of a premium over MSRP on the secondary. And notice how wide the range is on the wait list. When we say 2 months to 3 years, that means Rolex ADs are getting plenty of them. It's just where do you stand on the totem pole of that particular point of sale? And I mentioned earlier those variations. If you want to talk about what's more fluted bezel, it's going to be a Jubilee bracelet. Mint dials, blue dials are extremely popular still. When you get to the two-tone Datejust, the ladies Datejust, this is where you're going to be able to pretty much pick them up freely at MSRP without a long wait list and without really having any history. Rolex GMT, let's throw the graph up on the screen. 𝗵𝗲, VIP only, still. It's really right up there with the Daytona. 3 to 5 years wait time, markup premium above MSRP 110%, so more than double. GMT-Master II Batman, 1 to 4 years, about a 60% markup. Master II Root-Beer, 6 months to 3 years, about 18%. GMT-Master II Black and Gray, 6 months to 3 years with about a 16% increase. And Solid Gold GMT-Master II is 0 to 10 months, anywhere from no markup to about 8% over MSRP, which goes to tell you where gold pieces are today. The minute we jump into these gold pieces, this is when there are odds are of you walking into a point of sale today and actually picking one up on a spot should they have it available and decide to sell it to you, because ADs are also understanding these numbers right now. They know what the secondary market is. ADs, they get the stuff at 37% off. They make a hell of a margin when they sell those pieces. So GMTs in general, it's really all about the 𝗵𝗲. Don't be offended if you walk into an AD and it tells you, oh sure, I'll get you one, maybe in about 10 years. Some people are starting to talk about production issues with Rolex when it comes to 𝗵𝗲 GMTs, which is all hearsay, and don't listen to everything that you hear. Now we're gonna get into Rolex OPs. Let's throw the slide up on the screen. But if you wanna look at the turquoise, i.e. the Tiffany, it's really VIP only 2 to 5 years, and mind you, this is in the 36. Current markup premium above MSRP is 146%. The 36 candy is at about 100% markup, 2 to 5 years. The Celebration dial is still VIP only, 1 to 5 years at 130% roughly markup. Oyster Perpetual 41 Celebration, again VIP 3 to 5 years, 205% markup. 36 or 41 green dial is 2 months to 3 years at a 43% markup. And of course the 36 or 41 silver or black dial is 2 months to 3 years at about a 10 to 35% markup above MSRP, which goes in line with what I talked to about Datejust. Anything 41, anything with a cool dial is always going to carry a premium, and that's just the bottom line, and a wait list, which is again not surprising. If you go backwards, what fetches the most amount of money? Look at the auction. It's those funky dials. Even something as little as a different color rating on a Submariner, like a single red sub or a double red sub, will make a huge difference because again, those production numbers. Rolex Explorer, another one that's not forget to mention. It is an important line within the Rolex lineup. Explorer 36, 1 month to a year, virtually no markup above MSRP. Explorer 40, 2 months to 2 years now at about a 13% markup over MSRP, and Explorer 2, 5 months to 3 years with a 20% markup over MSRP. These are fairly easy numbers to digest. I don't know about you, I'm pretty compulsive. An additional 10% on a purchase that I want today is not going to stop me. This is a watch you just go out, buy in a secondary, get yourself the best possible deal, or go pre-owned and even save some money. And last but not least, the Rolex Skydweller. Skydweller with mint green dial, VIP only for now, 2 to 5 years. Today trading at 73% premium above MSRP. Skydweller blue dial, again VIP only 2 to 5 years, 54% over MSRP. Skydweller with white or black dial, 1 to 5 years, still at a hefty premium of 38%. Rose gold Skydweller with blue green dial, again a new model, VIP only 2 to 5 years with a 38% markup. Gold, the two-tone Skydwellers, for the most part a 2 months to 2 year wait list, trading anywhere from at MSRP or just slightly over MSRP. Again, one of those watches that you don't really have to wait, go out to the secondary, you can find one brand new. Or if you wanted to save some money, actually go pre-owned and you'll buy it under MSRP. Your blue is always going to hold. Blue has always been the most popular. Your green dials, which is still kind of a novelty, you know, some brands this year in Geneva are still making green dials as a novelty, i.e. Vacheron and Constantin. It's no surprise that this is where these Rolexes are, and how long will they hold? I don't know. I don't have a glass ball. I do know that, again, historically, you have all those winners with alignments. It's usually those out of the norm colors, not your black and white dials. You know, it's going to be your blue dials, your green dials, and maybe Skydweller will come out with a red dial. Would love to see that. But now to finish this conversation, let me sum it up in one concise manner. It's about the relationship that you have with your particular AD. It's about who you are. It's about what you bring to the table as a potential one-time buyer or multiple buyer. So if you think you're gonna walk into an AD, talk a big bad game, and pick yourself up the Rolex that you want quickly, it's all situational. There are too many variables. But I'm hoping that the graphs that we gave you sort of gives you the averages. I know that the averages are somewhat wide, but in the very least, it gives you an idea and it gives you a little bit of a tool should you decide to go into a point of sale of Rolex and try to get yourself that one Rolex that you want. Other than that, guys, you know we put a lot of effort into this stuff, recording all these videos. I take a lot of time out of my week to do so. So if you're not a subscriber and you're watching this and enjoying this content, please do me a favor, hit the subscribe button. If you are a subscriber, thank you. Hit the like button, share this with your friend, and I'll see you in the next one.